Welcome to the Data Science Application Lesson Summary video. In this video, let's review what you've learned in this lesson about the power of data science applications and how organizations leverage this power to drive business goals, improve efficiency, make predictions, and even save lives. You also reviewed the process that you will follow as a data scientist to help your organization accomplish these ends. All organizations ultimately use data science for the same reason: to discover optimal solutions to existing problems. But to discover these solutions, your organization should identify the problem and establish a clear understanding of it. Measurement is the first step for an organization to solve its problem using data. You need to capture and gather your data. If something is not measured, it's challenging to improve or change it. If your organization isn't capturing the data, help them to figure out how to capture it. Never overwrite old data. It's always relevant and never gets old. Once you have the data, you can start looking at it and cleaning it. As a data scientist, it's your job to help your organization identify tools and develop an analysis strategy. Consider case studies when customizing a potential solution. Identify your analysis tools, and then develop your machine learning and statistical models. It will take time for your organization to refine data strategy best practices, but the benefits are worth it. Everyone who uses the internet generates mass amounts of data daily, often without being aware of it. Your company can leverage that data to reveal patterns. Take, for instance, a company like Amazon. You'll notice that it starts making recommendations related to your search. That's called a recommendation engine. Data scientists build those engines using machine learning and statistical models. Companies like UPS use data science to inform their business decisions. They use data from customers, drivers, and vehicles to create routes for their drivers, making more efficient use of the driver's time, money, and fuel. Uber uses data to put the correct number of drivers in the right place at the right time, for a price the rider is willing to pay. Initiatives like this show how data science fundamentally changes how businesses compete and operate. Businesses also use data science to gain competitive advantages. Take streaming companies as an example. They collect and analyze massive amounts of data from millions of users, including which shows they watch and what time of day. They detect when people pause, rewind, and fast forward. They collect information such as which directors and actors they search for. A streaming company can confidently predict the success of a show before filming begins by thoroughly analyzing its users' preferences and behaviors. Beyond helping businesses with their bottom line, data science helps companies and organizations save lives. In healthcare, data scientists use predictive analytics developed from data mining, data modeling, statistics, and machine learning to find the best option for patients. This type of predictive analytics examines factors for a disease, including gene markers, associated conditions, and environmental factors. Data scientists use their models to help physicians recommend appropriate tests, suitable trials, and suggest treatments. Developing more extensive data analytics capabilities supports healthcare organizations move from basic descriptive analytics towards predictive insights, thanks to data science. Data science tools enable organizations to analyze vast amounts of data from various sources. Large, high-quality data sets can help predict the occurrence of natural disasters such as earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and volcanic eruptions. The data scientists present that information in a way that allows organizations to gain new understandings and, in some cases, save lives. When presenting your findings, you will provide your organizations with a final deliverable that explains and summarizes their conclusions. In academia, the final deliverable comprises research papers and reports. You often present the final deliverable illustrated with tables and plots in consulting and business. You will generate analytics-driven reports to communicate your findings to your organization and, in the process, establish powerful, convincing, and evidence-based narratives.